Hi, my name is Aaron Nels Steinke, and welcome to my studio. So I am a cartoonist. I am the author and illustrator of the Mr. Wolf's Class graphic novel series for kids. And I've been making comics for kids for about 11 years. My first graphic novel was called Neptune. And then I did a book called The Super Crazy Cat Dance, The Super Duper Dog Park, and then my wife and I did a book called The Zoo Box together. So this is my studio. I mostly do computer work in here. I have a scanner. I scan my artwork. I color in the computer, or I hire a colorist to color. But mostly the way I make books is I start by writing, and then I keep a sketchbook as well. This right here is the sketchbook that I first sketched all of this book, Lucky Stars, in. So this book started out, first obviously it started out as an idea in my head, but I need to put those ideas down on paper, otherwise I might lose them forever. So this book has all of the art from that book as sketches. Keep all of the finished art from my books in these black folders, and I'm going to show you a page from Lucky Stars that's finished. Well, now it's not in color and there's no words, but this is the way I finish it on the paper. After that, I scan it into the computer. I use a computer font for my handwriting, and sometimes I hire a colorist, or I color the artwork myself. Now I want to share with you the way I do a lot of my art. I'm a full-time teacher, so at the end of the day from teaching, I'm pretty tired and exhausted. I spend time with my family, and after my son goes to bed, then I usually watch a show with my wife, and that's when I do a lot of my art. So I'll sit down. I have this computer laptop board. I have a little attached light if the room is dark. But I just sit and we watch TV and I draw at the same time. I use a pen after I use a pencil. I make a lot of mistakes. That's where the computer comes in handy. With the computer programs, you can edit your art. Now, a lot of people like to use the computers first or use an iPad, and that is fine. I just like putting my pen on paper. It's limiting, and I know how it's going to feel. I like using real media because I can do it anywhere. I don't know, I don't need to have fancy equipment. I could take this to a coffee shop and work. I could take it into a forest and work. So here's Mr. Wolf saying hi. I'm also going to recommend some books if you're interested. These are graphic novels that I highly recommend. I'll start with the younger ones. So if you haven't read Sarah Varon's New Shoes yet, you should do so. Came out a few years ago, and if you like anthropomorphic characters, and this is a great book for elementary school readers. Next, you might be familiar with the Hilda TV show on Netflix, but it came from a graphic novel by Luke Pearson, and it is so good. And there's a new one out right now called Hilda and the Mountain King. Some of you are probably familiar with the books Wonder, the Wonder books by R.J. Palacio. She is also a cartoonist, and with Kevin Zapp, she made this really amazing book called Whitebird, and it is a story about the Holocaust and World War II. It is a great, powerful book that I think should be on every elementary and middle school and high school and adults' bookshelves. After that, I really liked The Phantom Twin. This book came out recently by Lisa Brown, and it's about a conjoined twin and growing up in a circus sideshow, a traveling carnival back in the early 1900s. This is good for upper elementary and middle school. And then I really loved Robin Ha's memoir, Almost American Girl. I bought this thinking it was an elementary school read, but I would say this is better for middle school, high school, so teenage and adult. Really good, really powerful about Robin's journey as an immigrant from South Korea to Alabama when she was a kid. And then lastly, Gene Luen Yang's Dragon Hoops. This book is so good. I love the little bits of history that Gene Yang puts in these books. Highly recommend for teen and adult. So there you go. Thank you so much for spending time in my studio. Hope you're staying busy, and I hope that you are making art. Bye.